So this is a video about what to do when you leave your dreads in for too long and your hair starts to lock on its own. When did I put these dreads in? I think beginning of August, June. They've been in for at least 2.5 months. And I don't know if you can see, but you can definitely see my regrowth here because I do dye my hair black and I am a natural like ash blonde color. But there's a good like inch of regrowth here. And because of the hours I work, I have like no time to take them out unless I have a day off. And I normally spend my days off with like my friends, and for some reason, I just don't want to take them out right now. So I've done this before. Actually, I do this most of the time when I put my dreads in. I leave them in a little bit too long. But when this happens to you, don't freak out. It's okay. There's some parts in the front that have actually started dreading themselves. And like what dreading is when your hair starts to lock together because of all of like the the dirt and stuff from your scalp. Just makes the hair more susceptible to locking, I suppose. Yeah, it makes the hair a little bit rougher, so it starts to stick together and then starts to like hold itself together, and that's from like all the I don't want to say grease, but I'm going to anyway. The grease and the dead skin from your scalp and stuff causes your hair to start like locking together. This is easily removed with like conditioner and shampoo. Mostly shampoo will get rid of it. But when you leave your dreads in for too long, like I have, typically what I do to fix my hair when I take them out, pretty much like aftercare, and I'll be doing a video of me with my hair taken out, and I'm going to show you what to do exactly, like what I do, exactly. So what I do when this happens is it's kind of like, for me, it's more like a 2-day kind of process thing. Mostly because it's like me mourning the loss of my hair. My glorious, glorious green and black hair that is amazing. But I'll break all the elastics, I'll take all the elastics out, and then I'll put my dreads in a ponytail, kind of like how it is now. I still have my elastics in, of course, because like I have to go to work in about an hour. But what I do is I break all the elastics, and then I put my hair in a ponytail. This causes like your hair to just loosen up from the braids that are in the dreads, and that causes them to like, fall out naturally. No, yeah. So it just makes it so like in case like your hair is like stuck to the dread or something, you don't want to like pull or rip it away from the dread because you could damage your hair. So this just lets it go, just like through the day when you're moving and stuff. It's just like pre-loosens the braids from the dreads, and yeah, keeps it so you don't damage the ends of your hair. And then after that, I'll just like, I'll unbraid them one by one, make a pile, and then I'll end up looking like a lion for about 20 minutes. Because at that time, I'm like scratching my scalp because it feels so good. And then afterwards, you hop in the shower, and then you use, the first thing I do is I use conditioner. And because, like, if you don't wash your hair when you're wearing synthetic dreads, during the time that you have them in your hair is very dry. I know it doesn't seem like it because of all of the natural residue and grease from your scalp, but your hair is pretty dry at this point. So what I normally do is I douse my hair in conditioner. I let it sit for like 10 minutes, and this gets all of like the fallout loose from the scalp. And then I'll rinse that out, and then I'll start using shampoo. And then it's at that point when the fallout starts to release, and you end up like with hair coming out. of your head. I know that sounds kind of scary, but trust me, it happens all the time. When your hair is natural and you're not wearing synthetic dreads, you're losing like probably about like 50 to 100 strands every 2 months. So it's not that big of a deal. The reason why you lose so much hair when you have synthetic dreads is because your hair is braided into the dread, so your hair has no place to like fall out. So that's that. But yeah, so the first thing I do in the shower, as I said, was completely coat my hair with conditioner, and this just softens it up. So like, because it's like after taking them out of the dreads, your hair's like really, really curly, almost to the point where it's like a perm. And you just want to like release those curls so your hair unlocks itself. After that, I use shampoo, and that's just to release any of like all of the dirt and grease that is in your hair, and it like helps release the fallout from your hair, as I said. So that's, you know, essentially how you get rid of the fallout. This is like the first stage of fallout, by the way, is when you're washing your hair. The second stage you have to brush out, and this can take anywhere from like a half hour to like a full-blown hour to like however long. The way I used to do it was to just let it go naturally. I'd go about like a day without even like touching my hair after I take them out of the dreads. Like I'd wash it and then I'd brush it, and then I just let it, you know, do its thing, and then my hair would just like, you know, the fallout would come out naturally. I don't do this anymore. I just brush my hair right after. So what you want to do after you're done washing your hair, you want to let your hair dry completely, because your hair, depending on the stage and the strength of your hair, I don't know why I said stage, depending on the strength of your hair could tear if you're brushing it wet. Back when my hair was complete shit, and not as healthy as it was now, if I brushed it when it was wet, my hair would break apart. So it doesn't do that anymore, thank fucking God. But like, you don't want to brush your hair when it's wet, especially after synthetic dreads, because your hair can tear. So you want to let your hair dry, whatever, air dry. And then afterwards, just start from the bottom and work your way to the top, and brush your fallout out. And that should get rid of all of the fallout in your hair. You shouldn't have any more fallout after that. And then after all that's done, you can do whatever. Your hair is perfectly fine now. You can dye it. I'd leave it for like a couple days after, because your scalp could be very tense and you know, sensitive from brushing out your hair. But yeah, you can dye it, and then you can put your dreads back in. I recommend waiting at least about like a week to put your dreads back in. But like some people wait, like I've waited 3 days and then I put them back in and I had no problem, so that's okay. But like I normally would wait a week. What I do now is I wait at least like a couple months, just so my hair, like, you know, does whatever. And I'm like, like I said, I work a lot, so I don't exactly have time to braid them in and then whatever. But yeah. So I hope that like it's kind of like a blow by blow of how I take care of my hair after synthetic dreads and after they've been in for like over 2 months. You can kind of see my natural hair right here and how it's starting to dread itself. But like, yeah, that's pretty much how to deal with it. My computer keeps on going to sleep. That's pretty much how you deal with it. If you have any questions, send me a message or whatever. I have a Facebook fan page. Not really a fan page. It's kind of like a place for you to post your pictures of the dreads that you make with my tutorials. It's facebook.com/justjessiedb. And I've had a lot of people post pictures of their dreads that they've made, and they are fucking gorgeous. So by all means, post on there. If you have a question or anything like that, that's like the best way to get a hold of me, because for some reason YouTube doesn't like to show me my comments most of the time. Same with like my messages, so there's that. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching.